Sanctus Church. Well, hey, when Dave and I, the pastoral lead team, usually are in stools,
Yes.
it's usually a sign that some type of announcement.
Something's up.
Something's up. So we want to announce that this coming weekend, actually 3 of our 4 sites are being affected.
Yeah.
And so we want to take a moment. So you may or may not have heard, probably most of you have, there's some political stuff going on, and there's been a strike called, and so it's affecting everyone who's renting in high schools and public schools, etc. So number one, first big announcement is that the launch of Pickering is going to be delayed. Now, we're disappointed, but not discouraged. God's promised us this. We've done all our due diligence. Lucas has been amazing. And by the way, thank you. Do you know that over 200 people have now signed up to volunteer?
It's amazing.
This is incredible.
Yeah.
And so as we've been preparing for this, and we want to share, we have been preparing for this for quite a while, knowing a strike might come. So basically, we take 3 weeks when we launch a site. The first week is a soft launch when all the volunteers show up and learn the experience. Week 2 is we run a whole service with them. And then week 3, we launch a site. And because it's 3 weeks out, we've lost the permits at least for the next 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So we have to delay. So our hope, our prayer is that we're going to get to launch Pickering sometime in the month of November.
Yeah.
So again, we want to say thank you. Keep praying. Don't be discouraged. So many of you signed up. Don't go, well, I'm out now. No. This is when you actually foot wash more, not less.
Yeah.
And for a lot of you that obviously who are going to Pickering and come to the Ajax site, come here early, squeeze in, keep praying, keep being kind, and helping us out. So that's the first site that's affected, but there's more.
Yeah, so the second one that's impacted is Bowmanville. And so Bowmanville, a different school board, different area, different system, but same result, same negotiations that are going on. And so our permit has been temporarily canceled over in Bowmanville, and so we can't meet in the usual location. So Bowmanville, Pastor Nathan's been doing amazing work there, and so you're going to be meeting at the Durham Christian High School for at least the next 2 weeks, and depending on how things go, we'll keep you updated on what's happening there. But hey, listen, I want to say to all of the folks at Bowmanville, thanks so much. I mean, there's been a lot of changes. We've had to swap locations several times. And so appreciative of all you folks at Bowmanville, your graciousness, your kindness, your tenacity in just handling these kinds of changes. This one's beyond our control in this one. So, hey, show up at Durham Christian High School this coming weekend and the next weekend. Tell all your friends that that's where you're going. Invite your neighbors to that. And just, foot wash each other, be kind to each other, be understanding because, some things, are going to be different, obviously, because it's a different physical location. And so some things may be a little less smooth than they normally are. But you guys will handle this. We totally believe in you and just want to thank you for that. So that's 2 of them. So that's, for sure Pickering, for sure Bowmanville.
Sure.
What's the third one, John?
And then we got Port Perry. And last week, probably our whole church wouldn't know this, but last week was a real special moment for the Port Perry community. It was their last week in the high school.
Yeah.
And 4 years
it's a long time.
tear down and set up and growing. And so they actually prayed a blessing on the high school. It was a really amazing moment. And so by the sovereignty of God, we're moving into our new facility this weekend.
Yeah.
And so this was already planned. This is great. So all of you will be meeting in the new facility. And just one note. It's sort of like buying a new house. When you buy a new house, you're really excited, you're moving all the stuff in, but it's not absolutely organized perfectly day one. So when you go, thank God for the new facility, be flexible, be kind. Most everything is going to be probably where it should be, but it's going to take a few weeks for sure. So again, celebrate what God's doing. So Pickering's affected, and Bowmanville's affected, and Port Perry's affected. I don't think we're moving anywhere at this site.
No.
So that's no announcement today for that.
And the other thing, we just want to, help you have a bigger perspective, and that is we're not the only church that's impacted, by what's going on. So across our province, there are hundreds of other churches that rent high schools and public schools and all kinds of facilities, and they are impacted. So pray for our brothers and sisters in Christ who want to do church and want to, worship Jesus this weekend and gather together and celebrate big. And so pray for our brothers and sisters. Also, pray for both parties involved in this. I mean, this impacts a lot of people and at very personal levels and families and school attendance and jobs and everything. So we just want to lean in and we want to pray for people. So that's, really it for us right now. We're going to try and, keep you updated by email and social media and all the different ways. But we just thought you needed to really know these things just in, taking a posture of openness and transparency.
Totally. And so we're really excited to see you this weekend somewhere. at some location
Yeah.
at this church. And again, just again, continually remember God's sovereign, God's in
Yeah.
control, and He's going to work all this out. So thanks, everyone.
Yeah. See ya.